What's up guys, CJ here and welcome back to another all-new Hybrid Network News Flash. Wonder Woman 1984 was pushed back from November of this year to June of 2020, which means it's probably going to be even longer until we see a first teaser or trailer or anything from the film. But that hasn't stopped rampant speculation after our first look revealed a couple of characters, new and old. First, we got new looks at Kristen Wiig and Pedro Pascal, who we know now is going to be playing the villainous Maxwell Lord. But we also saw Chris Pine back on set, which seemed a little odd, seeing as his character Steve Trevor died in the first Wonder Woman movie. So now that we know Resurrection is back on the table for Wonder Woman 1984 and Steve is actually back, the question remains, how did it happen? Well, a new rumor may have just spilled the beans as to how exactly Chris is back for the sequel. So take this with a grain of salt, but this comes to us from We Got This Covered, who say that sources are telling them that Maxwell Lord himself is the one that's going to bring Steve back. You see, they say in 1984, Maxwell Lord, who probably isn't going to be villainous on the face of it, it might be a twist or some sort of double cross towards the end of the movie. We know if you've read Justice League comics for years, you know that he is actually a villain, but Wonder Woman may not actually know that going into this film. It turns out in this movie, Maxwell Lord is a collector of magical ancient artifacts, which he seeks because he wants them for their power, obviously. He wants more power because of them, basically to make himself a god, a mortal trying to become a god through magical artifacts. One of these magical artifacts accidentally turns Kristen Wiig, an archaeologist who helps him trying to recover the artifacts, into Cheetah, which is how she probably connects to Diana, seeing as Diana is also an archaeologist and a collector of antiquities, which we saw in Justice League. That actually is what brings Wonder Woman to Maxwell Lord. He seeks her help in trying to protect him from Cheetah, who's now trying to get revenge for being turned into essentially a cat lady. And it's through one of these magical artifacts that Maxwell was actually going to bring Steve Trevor back to life. We're not sure exactly which artifact this is, whether it's going to be named or not from the DC canon or Greek mythology, but it's got to be extremely powerful if it can return somebody from the dead. And if Steve is going to remain too is really interesting, seeing as we didn't see him in Justice League or the present day parts of Wonder Woman, so it looks like he might still maybe not be back for good. Let me know in the comment section down below what you make of this. Again, take it with a grain of salt, seeing as it is a rumor, but it definitely makes sense. Maxwell Lord in the comics is slimy, he's conniving, he's sort of a Lex Luthor type. He's a businessman who is just manipulating and pulling the strings for his own gain. So this actually adds up in my head, and I could really see them going this direction. That's going to do it for me here, though. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.